Hi, everybody. Welcome you all to this DevOps learning session. This is Abhilasha, Soni, your host. I am cloud engineer by profession. We have come up with this series to let you know about more about DevOps because this is currently a very hot topic among IT professionals, and since it is known, we have divided this session into two parts. First part will cover up basics of DevOps, like what is DevOps, how does it work, what are the tool it utilizes, and we'll also see high-level overview of DevOps flow, and also we'll see practical implementation of CodeCommit. We'll let you know more about CodeCommit and the SSH connectivity of AWS CodeCommit and Linux operating system, and at last cleanup. So in very second part, we'll see that what is Terraform, how does it work, how Terraform installation on Linux is done, and we'll see its basic commands, local and AWS resource provisioning, and what is Terraform state files, and AWS CodeCommit provisioning by Terraform. And also, at last but not the least, we'll see resource cleaning in this also. So let's not waste much time, and I'd like to introduce you to the subject matter expertise in DevOps for this. So Mr. Varun Manik. So he's a senior consultant in Deloitte, and he's also an AWS APM ambassador. He has done many research papers, and that includes IEEE also. He's keen in training people around the world, either it's students, freshers, or IT professionals. So I would like to hand over this series to Varun from now. Varun, you can take over.
Thank you, Abhilasha, so much. Thank you so much for introducing me in this way, right? And hi, everyone. This is Varun Manik. And by profession, I'm a cloud engineer. And you can see we are going to start the new series in AWS, which is a DevOps series. And here I'm going to cover almost all the section for the AWS DevOps and in 16 points, 16 sessions, right? So without making any delay, let's start with this slide 0, the session 0 about this program, what exactly this program is and what we're gonna do it. So the first thing we're gonna tell you about all the things in the DevOps in AWS cloud, right? And especially all the tool sets. And before that, what exactly the DevOps is and how it is working in the industry and why it is so much in the demand right now. So everything we're gonna tell you about the first session. The second session should be something like about the source code management, because in the DevOps, the source code management is the key, right? So source code management we can cover, and all those resources related to the source code management in AWS, we're gonna cover it. And then in the session 3, we can go for the CodeArtifact. Then in the session 4, the build tool. And the most important part is coming in the session 5, which is containerization, where we're gonna give you the basics of containerization and how we can implement in the microservices. And then we're gonna learn something about the AWS security, which is especially in the key management system and identity access management. And yes, everything should be there will be a 2-part in all these sessions, like part 1 and part 2. And the part 1 I'm going to do it manually, and the part 2 I'm going to let you know about how to automate with the Terraform. Terraform is one of the best tool nowadays in the industry for infrastructure as a code. And after security, we're going to cover the microservices, which is AWS Elastic Container Service. Then we're going to cover the microservices too, where we're going to learn about the Lambda and all ecosystem. And after that, we can learn about the deployment, what tool we're going to use in AWS for the deployment. So AWS CodeDeploy in details and Terraform implementation and all. And then the 10th one is the integration part, all right? All the above point from 1st to 9, right? We're going to integrate in with help of the CodePipeline. And it's the first time visualization of the DevOps pipeline. So once it is done, Then Jenkins is one of the most famous tool for the DevOps, right? For CI/CD pipeline and all. So we're going to learn how to install Jenkins and what kind of job we can run, how to install the plugin over there for the pipeline related to the Terraform. And then I have some real-time project with this in this session, like project 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 also. So there's 1 to 5 project, and each project is a industry-based project because I have experience about a decade in a cloud. So whatever I'm going to say, it's coming from the real-time experience, right? So the project 1 will be taking care of the Elastic Beanstalk and the Terraform automation. And especially those who know Beanstalk, it's already automated in all the way. But we can also, rather than going for the console on AWS and doing click here and there, we can just deploy with the Terraform help, and then we can create a CI/CD pipeline which can cover from session 1 to session 10 or session 11. Everything should be covered in the second project, and the third project should be the blue-green deployment. So most of the people are now talking about the blue-green deployment, CI/CD pipeline. So those things can be covered in a project number 3. And the project number 4 is a completely microservices-based project, which can cover the Lambda and its ecosystem, right? So how we can deploy the artifacts over there and everything related to the security and monitoring, that can be covered in the project. And last but not least, we will talk about and do a project in the CodeStar. So CodeStar is a service in AWS which can cover everything within a couple of clicks, right? And all those things should be again. I already told you this session will be taking in 2 parts, part 1 and 2 for each and every topic. So session first will be doing it about the AWS services, what is its feature, prices, limitations, and how do we monitor it, how do we notify it. Everything we will be gonna cover in the part 1, and the part 2 is a complete Terraform automation. And those who do not know about the Terraform, they don't worry about this. I will let you know from the scratch, right? So I hope the DevOps series, all 16 topics, will make sense to you. Those who do not have any idea about the DevOps, from the day one you can start, and for the mid-level experience, like 3 to 5 years experience, they can also utilize this course. And this is completely free, right? So we are launching this course on a YouTube. And just to let you know, I'm a cloud enthusiastic person, and I'm an Amazon APN ambassador from 2.5 years. So it's my moral responsibility to contribute towards the community. So yeah, that's all for the introduction in this course. So if you can go to the next slide. This is all about me, that I have almost 10 years of experience in cloud sections, and especially I'm a subject matter expert for the DevOps, and I'm a YouTuber, I'm a blogger, I am a research scholar, and I have published a couple of papers in IEEE. So as Abhilasha already introduced me, but I'm just giving you a glimpse of this, right? And here you can go, right? I'm AWS professional certified and all kind of associate certification I have, as well as I'm a Red Hat Ansible certified, right? So these are my notable experience across the Southeast Asian region, and I have worked with a multi-region country, country in the region, right? So my base started with the India, and then I came to the Malaysia, and I have done a lot of project in the Malaysia and Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand, and I went to China also for the project. And most of the project is also from European-based country, and of course, United States of America and Canada is uh, one of the countries where we have a lot of project, and I have worked with them. So as simple as that, I have experience with working with all kind of people and every continent. So yeah.
To you, that what is DevOps? Like we all hear about DevOps here and there, but what really DevOps is? How does it work?
Thank you, Abhilasha, for this question. Most of the people have this question in the mind. So my next slide is all about the DevOps. So let me set my camera over here. So DevOps, first of all, I will let you know what the DevOps is, what is not the DevOps, right? So let's go in a vice versa session, right? So DevOps is not a tool. DevOps is not a collection of tools. DevOps is not a team. DevOps is not a collection of team or people, right? So DevOps is a culture, right? And that culture has to be slowly adopted by the industry nowadays. And in this culture, we have the primarily tool, people, and the people mindset, right? Because getting you formalized with the tool, it's easy. Hiring the team member, the new team member, it's also easy. But how do you change the mindset of the old people, the legacy system people? Old people, that means the people who is handling the legacy system. So the changing of that mindset is also part of that culture, right? And believe me, that is the most painful process ever I have seen in my life to change this kind of mindset, right? So DevOps is culture, which include the tools, which includes the number of people, the number of teams, and the mindset. And you can see this infinite sign over here, which will let you know about the planning section. So this is simply SDLC process, like waterfall SDLC. That means the software development life cycle, where we have several phases to complete the software, right? So for this, we gonna similarly we have in a DevOps also, but in a enhanced manner. So planning section, we could go for the planning, what exactly we wanted to build and who will build the things. So we can talk about the team, we can talk about the tools, softwares, languages, and all those things comes under the information gathering section or the planning section. Then thereafter that, we could start writing the code. That means the developer start writing the code. The DevOps team will start writing the code for the infrastructure in cloud. The DevSec of the security code should be written over there from the day one. And then that code will be built in some build tool like Jenkins, Travis CD, or AWS CodeBuild, right? And while building, it can generate the artifact, and that artifact must be tested with the automation tester tool Selenium or any other tools. And then thereafter we can release that build to the deploy tool. So Jenkins is another example. CodeDeploy is the example in AWS for the deploying. And once the code is deployed to the infrastructure, which might be the EC2 machine, which might be the container services, which might be the microservices, then we need to operate that deployment. So we can utilize the configuration management tool for that, which is Chef, Puppet, and Ansible. And Ansible is one of my favorite, and we're gonna include in the next series the Ansible series. So that is my plan. And for monitoring, there are so many software, but in AWS Cloud, we're gonna dependent on the CloudWatch, and that is one of the best service. And now you can see this blue color will be ending and again going for the plan. So this is the portion of feedback where we can get the feedback from our internal customer and from the day one. And this is the beauty of the DevOps life cycle, the DevOps cycle, which will start and end to the same place, right, within a day or within an hour, because the entire deployment, the entire all process will take not more than 5 to 10 minutes for the enterprise level of product, or for the startup or for the easy application, it will take like 2 to 5 minutes. And then you could display the output over there, and that output can your project manager as an internal customer will provide you the feedback, or your any other testing manager team or any internal product development team will look into it and then provide you the right feedback. And then you could start from the next moment to change the plan, change the code, make some security over there, right? Testing code should be there. The infrastructure might be you need the auto scaling, or you might be scale up and scale down. So all those things slowly will be adopted by the DevOps team. And once I said the DevOps team, it will cover the developer, the tester, as well as the system administrator. So we can mix all those people, and then the DevOps team will be created. So each and everyone have the responsibility for their own job, but they must be aware of this entire cycle, right? And there must be some subject matter expert who know all the process, especially the integration part and the tool handling part. And we do have some Scrum Master over here to create the agile methodology, and through which this DevOps plus Agile will provide you a very good product, right? And I have experience in many company. And yeah, this works. This really works. From last 5 years, I'm working in this kind of process, and it works very smoothly. And compared to the other life cycles, it is the best one right now, right? So this is the slow introduction of a DevOps, a very minimal introduction of a DevOps. There are a lot many things, but for those who are very newbie right now, I will just let you know. Let's suppose this is dev, and also in one hand I have a developer, in one hand I have an operational team. That means the system administrator and all, right, network administrator. So if the developer can write this operational code, you can say this is kind of DevOps. Again, this is kind of DevOps. This is not exactly the DevOps. This is a kind of DevOps. So that comes the infrastructure code in the place, right? So infrastructure typically created by the operational team, right? But nowadays, the DevOps team, the developer itself write the Terraform code, CloudFormation code, Ansible code to manage the infrastructure, to create the infrastructure, right? So this operational part completely convert into the development. So this is also one definition of the DevOps. So yeah, that's all from the DevOps section. Abhilasha, over to you.
Okay, Varun, I have one question. I just want to ask, does the code deploy work for on-premises instances also?
Yes, AWS CodeDeploy, we can set up the deployment agent. Either it's a EC2 instance or in the on-premises instance, we can do that. And still, if you want to utilize another software like Jenkins, of course, we can do it for the cloud as well as for the on-premises system.
And also they work for any application, or there are several applications which don't work on it?
As of my knowledge, most of the legacy system also, they are upgrading themselves, or they are coming in this to adopting the DevOps culture. So as of now, I did not see any use case which cannot be adopted by this.
And how
which
about
cannot be adopted by the DevOps.
Okay.
Yeah, come again.
And how about operating systems? Are they okay with the old operating system or not?
So even though, see, all those things can be done to the operating system, right? And operating system is one of the most important piece in the software development. So most of the cloud, which is Amazon, Google, or Azure, they will provide you the all kind of machine images in like images or the operating system. It's a Linux flavor, it's a Windows flavor, right? So if you wanted to utilize the Linux tool like Ubuntu or Amazon Linux or Red Hat Linux or SUSE Linux, you can launch those things in the cloud, right? Easily the AMI will be available, the image will be available in all the clouds. And also, if you want to use it on premises, that can be, so you have the ISO of that operating system and you can utilize. And most of these tools are compatible with all the operating system. It's a kind of a cross-platform tools, right? For example, if Jenkins I am talking about, so you can install Jenkins on the Windows as well as the Linux flavor too, right? If you wanted to install the Selenium, that can be also possible in both the flavor, right? So Git is available for both the operating system, right? So yeah.
And how about billing or costing for CodeDeploy?
For
CodeDeploy.
So for costing and billing for CodeDeploy, there are a pricing strategy for AWS, but typically most of the software, not all I can say, but most of the software, they have their own community edition as well as they have their own enterprise edition. So again, it is up to you that what kind of software or what kind of product you want to develop it, and what is the budget allocated in your organization. So it is completely based your own organizational stuff, right? And this has to be decided by your own organization, like whether you wanted to use the community edition, which is free of cost under some Apache license or under some another license, or if you wanted to utilize the enterprise edition, then you have to buy the license. For example, for monitoring the application, you can use the New Relic. So there is no community edition for the New Relic. You have to purchase the license to monitor those things, right? So again, up to you, up to the organizational level.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, you can continue.
Yeah. So I think that's all for this. If you don't have any question, then I'll just let you know one more time. This course curriculum is designed for the people, those who are very new to the DevOps, or those who are very new to the cloud, and people, those who are intermediate, as well as it is for the expert people also, right? And these are the things which I have already informed in the first slide. So all those projects is here, and yeah, that's all. So in the coming session, we're gonna release some poster on LinkedIn, and I hope, Abhilasha, you will be there to host the program. And
Of course,
yeah,
I
so
would love
guys,
to.
this is my details here in the LinkedIn, and those who are watching us in our YouTube, please ask your question in a comment section so that I can answer you. We can answer you as a team, and then we can move ahead and learn a lot many things for that. And before winding up, before giving the mic to you, I just wanted to say thank you to Deloitte as an organization, which can provide me the opportunity to become an Amazon APN ambassador. So, which is Amazon Web Services AWS Partner Network Ambassador. That means, and it gives me a certain confidence towards my own technology, my own personality, and I am sharing this kind of video from last 5 years. And one more thing I just wanted to let you know, I am in the training industry from last 10 years, right? So I taught people in the community, and also there are so many organizations from training section. They invited me as a guest lecturer to deliver the training. So last but not least, I would like to thank the Amazon technology, the AWS services people, those who recognized me as an ambassador. So thank you, everyone. Abhilasha, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Varun. Varun, thank you so much for the useful video. You can follow Varun on the given links, and you can go and check his YouTube channel. He keeps on posting his videos about DevOps and other things, useful knowledge. So please follow it, and you can get these videos which are coming on YouTube channel. Please do it. Thank you so much.
By the way, Abhilasha, one last thing. You wear a very good AWS t-shirt. Can you show to the users also?
Yeah, yeah, this is, you can also get it.
Yeah, sure. I will try to get one.
No,
Thank
I'm
you.
telling people who are watching this channel can get it. It's up to you that how much you work on it and how much you're interested in AWS. Please follow the channel.
Thank you, everyone.